Hello and welcome everyone to the DBA Jumpstart program. So today's topic is Oracle SGA tuning. Somebody in the commented that they wanted something more technical than just about interviews. And so I thought, okay, let me include one of my favorite topic, which is instance tuning. So today we are diving into a topic that is very crucial for anyone who works with Oracle database, that is Oracle SGA tuning. So I want you to imagine this like cooking, okay? Think of yourself as a master chef and your Oracle database as your kitchen. Just as a chef must manage their kitchen counters, tools, and ingredients for smooth service, a DBA needs to optimize the system global area or the SGA for the peak performance. So by the end of this session, you will understand the risk of undersized and oversized SGAs and why swapping is the ultimate performance killer, and how to use AWR like a master chef uses recipes and planning. Yes. So I'll switch to the next slide. Yes. So let's start with the first scenario, an undersized SG. Okay, picture this: you're trying to prepare a grand banquet in a tiny kitchen. Okay, ingredients are spilling everywhere, knives are misplaced, and efficiency just falls apart. Well, that's exactly what happens when your SGA is too small. And here's the problem with that. So when the SGA doesn't have enough of memory, the database relies heavily on disk IO. Okay, data keeps swapping in and out from the disk, so which is a painfully slow compared to the memory. So this creates performance bottlenecks, queries slow down, and users experience suffers. So remember this formula: a small SGA equals delayed queries. Okay. Now the next slide. Now let's look at the other extreme. Okay, the other extreme is, imagine building a massive kitchen counter that extends into your living room. Sure, it's big, but most of it is unused and it's taking away, the valuable space of your house. So this is what happens when an SG is oversized. You allocate far more memory than you actually need. And here's the interesting part: this doesn't just waste resources, it can actually hurt your system stability. Yes, so when the operating system struggles with an oversized allocation, it may start paging memory to the disk, and the paging means extra overhead and less stability. So here's the formula this time: that a big SGA equals unnecessary swapping. Yes. Now let's talk about the ultimate performance killer, the swapping. Swapping happens when operating system starts moving chunks of SGA out of the disk. Okay. So think about a chef running out of the counter space and having to dash into an external cold storage every time they need salt or vegetables. That's what your database is forced to do. Since disk access is exponentially slower than memory, every query becomes agonizingly slow. Yes, instead of snappy responses, your user experiences frustrating delays. And this is why I call swapping the death zone for Oracle performance. You should never have swapping at all in your environment. Now, how do we balance this? How do we find the balance? How does the master chef know how much of counter space they need? Yes, they analyze the pattern, demand, ingredients, timings. And for us as DBA, the secret ingredient is AWR, Automatic Workload Repository. So, Automatic Workload Repository collects historical performance data and gives us intelligent insights. Yes, it doesn't dump numbers. It offers advisories that tell us how our memory changes as will affect the performance. So with AWR, Automatic Workload Repository, we are not guessing. We are making data-driven decisions, just like a chef preparing a menu based on the past orders. So now let's zoom. So let's zoom on what AWR gives us. First, the memory advisor. This predicts how increasing or decreasing your SGA will impact the physical IO. Second, the shared pool advisory. Okay. First is your memory advisory. Second is your shared pool advisory. This helps, the size the shared pool so SQL statements can execute efficiently. And third is your buffer cache advisory. This shows whether you'll benefit from adjusting the buffer cache size. So these advisories, act like a culinary consultant telling you where to add a counter space. Yes. And where to reorganize and where you can trim without harm. So, of course, your advisories are not the only thing we look at, right? AWR also gives us critical metrics that tells the real story. Yes, keep an eye on the buffer cache hit ratio. The higher, the better, okay? Because it means that the data is being read from the memory instead of the disk. And watch your shared pool usage. If you see too much churn or aging, your shared pool is undersized. Also look at the PG advisory, not part of the SGA, okay? But it complements memory tuning for sorts and hashes. And finally, analyze your DB CPU and wait time. Lots of IO related waits usually point to poor SGA sizing. So these metrics are your cooking thermometer. Okay, they tell you if the dish is at the right temperature or if you need to adjust the heat. Okay. Tuning the recipe, step by step approach. So now let's put this into a recipe you can follow. Step 1, gather data. Okay, generate AWR reports during the peak and off peak hours. Step 2, analyze the advisories. Look at memory, shared pool, buffer cache recommendation. Third, adjust incrementally. Okay, don't make huge jumps. Change SGA parameters like SGA underscore target gradually. Step 4, monitor and validate. So rerun your AWR reports and confirm improvements. So remember, like in the cooking, taste you go, make small adjustments, check the results, and then refine again. Yes, by the time I am in the cooking thing, my stomach is already full because I keep tasting all the time the food. Yes, if the salt and the chili powders are okay on it. Okay. So, so continuous monitoring for us is the key. Yes, to wrap up, always make sure your SGA is critical. It must be balanced. It should not be too small or too large. Use AWR as your guide. Its reports and advisories are invaluable. Keep monitoring. Yes, the workloads evolve, so should your memory tuning also evolve. Okay, then. The last slide is your key takeaways. Keep monitoring and finally enjoy the flavor. A perfect tuned SGA means faster queries, reduced IO, and a happy high performing database. Thank you for joining me on this culinary journey of Oracle SGA tuning. I hope this session has given you both understanding and the confidence to tune your own database like a master chef. Thank you. Have a very nice day.